Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a GameStar presentation. We're live with our second broadcast of the day. It will be last match's players Gravitate, now against Strength in Numbers, who went undefeated to win the LoL division last year at Respawn. They'll now attempt that feat once again with Gravitate winning the last game. We'll have to see if they can also replicate that feat. My name is ColdBlood, and joining me for this game will be Kitfox. How are you?
I am awesome, mate. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. We saw the way that the Gravitate guys dominated last game. We must have got them mixed up because Gravitate actually ended up winning. So Gravitate going up against Strength in Numbers, as you said, undefeated for the entirety of last Respawn, V27. They are yet to drop a round since their birth in this competition. So that's an interesting stat for you. Let's run through the bands here. We've got Vane, Shen and Thresh. And over at the purple team, Team Gravitate, is Cassidon, Zach and Blitzcrank. So, your thoughts on those ones?
Well, it's interesting that they banned Cassidon out. They did very well on it last game. I guess they decided they didn't want it first picked against them. Vane, Shen and Thresh, all very standard bans. We saw Pistol play Vane last game. He did all right on that. He was under a lot of trouble from a Mordekaiser, but managed to make it work. We can see the Instalock Zyra coming out from Strength in Numbers, so they wanted to secure that straight away. And Dirigible Tomato will once again be playing the Leona, so he'll be very happy with that.
We saw him absolutely rock Leona against Team Moist Hugs in the first round, ColdBlood, and he has some amazing solar flares on him. The ultimate is amazing, followed up with Zenith Blade into Shield of Daybreak. He's one of the best Leonas I've ever seen play. So we've seen that the Zyra-Corki combination has been locked in for the undefeated Strength in Numbers.
Okay, and it looks like they will be once again going against Device. So for those who may be a little bit confused, in the last game we did mix the teams up, so that's our fault. It was Gravitate on the red side who ended up winning. They're once again on the red side now. They will be going against another Vi now with a Corki Zyra down at the bottom lane. They're going to have a lot of control, and of course Vane banned out, so it won't be the same lane for Gravitate. And they've decided to lock in Varus, and are currently deciding probably on their top laner, as Ari being locked in I think is a pretty strong early pick. There's not much you can do against her.
Solid choice for Ari, so it's going to be up to either Brandon Execute or Olsen to counter that Ari pick. It'll be interesting to see who they opt with. It looks like Vladimir's being hovered over here by Shadow Sith. We saw him play Kale in the first match and didn't really have much of an impact until the last 5 or so minutes where he came around the back and won that team fight for his team.
Had a very explosive impact, and it actually gets changed to Udyr at the last second. We saw Why So Serious Black do very well on that, so the top laner yet to be picked for Shadow Sith. That leaves him very open to have the opportunity to counterpick, and it looks like he may be going against a Karma, unless we're getting trolled here.
Karma or a Heimerdinger, this could be interesting. I mean, I've seen Karma mid, and Karma mid is actually very strong. Karma is also now a very, very viable support in the sense that her E now snares as well.
The W is the one.
Sorry, the W, the tether, that snares. Now that's being changed to Nunu. We could see a possible Nunu top, and now Heimerdinger being changed to Malphite. So very AoE engaged centric. We've seen from the Strength in Numbers team. They've got that Zyra ultimate, couple that with the Malphite ultimate, and Vi getting in there with her Assault and Battery as well. They're going to look for the early engage, and they're going to look to end team fights quickly.
Okay, so Malphite has been locked in by Strength in Numbers, so whoever Shadow Sith decides to go with is going to have a farm lane on his hands. That is a perfect choice. All Vlad wants to do early on his farm.
It'll be interesting. I expected to see... it would have been nice to have seen Udyr go top, because Udyr top is very powerful, but that again would have taken Vlad out, because Vlad is not that good of a jungler. So Udyr, Why So Serious Black, again we saw him play it in the first match against Team Moist Hugs and did alright. He leveled up Phoenix stance. We know he loves his Phoenix stance, and then his Bear stance. His Turtle, not so much. We saw him put a point into it, but didn't level it up because it didn't really negate much damage from Caitlyn's fierce ace in the holes. And that's what you need as an Udyr player. It's sort of your own little divine intervention.
Yeah, for sure. So it will be Ari and it looks like Nidalee in the mid lane, so both of them skill shot champions. And I'm seeing a similar team comp to their last game here, Kit. Ari capable of picking someone out from the pack, and then the AoE engage will go on. You've got the corrupted tendrils from Varus. You've got the AoE damage amplification of Vlad. You've got the solar flares and dirigible tomato. Definitely proven himself there. And then the spam stunning of the Udyr. So the team fighting for strength and numbers looking very good actually, with Unstoppable Force, Assault and Battery and Strangle Thorns. And then they've got some very long range, big damage coming out from the Nidalee Corki. So it's definitely going to be a dance back and forth to see who can get the engage they prefer.
Well, worst Carthus ever, our MVP from the last match, opting again for another extremely mobile champion, you know, one that can actually go up and down the river, one that can go over walls, one that can get that surprise initiation on, and expect to see some awesome warding from Dirigible Tomato again. We saw them ward both their buffs last game and countered severely, which put the enemy Vi severely behind. She was level 1 trying to take down a red and had to end up being. So their jungle control at level 1 is very good. They know when to invade, they know when to counter, and they know when to just say, hang on, we've had enough.
Yep, fair enough. So the Mana Regen Vlad going to be coming out here. Very scary for Brandon Execute on the Malphite. We can see both of them taking teleport along, so even more enforcing the farm lane there. Going to be getting on the teleporting into the fights, getting some pushing on when they can. In the mid lane, we have the Ari versus Nidalee. We briefly touched on that before. And I think the Ari, with the rushing the DFG, the Deathfire Grasp, and then the amplification of Vlad's ult, that is a lot of magic damage. Not to mention Udyr, Varus, and even Leona putting out a fair bit of magic damage themselves. All of that's going to be amplified a few times over.
Corki rocking the physical damage runes here. He's got 15 points into magical damage, and then he's got some magic resist, 12 magic resist and 13 armor. So not only does he have the extra damage, he's got that sustain. So it's a very good rune book there for Corki.
Yeah, he's running some Mana Regen and cooldown on the summoner spells, even Runic Affinity. So if he gets a blue buff, he wants to be hanging on for it as long as possible. So it will be Zyra Corki versus the Varus Leona. Now, Varus Leona has a huge amount of synergy at level 6 with their ultimates just working together to provide so much crowd control. I wonder if it'll be passive until that point, keeping in mind they're against two very strong early champions.
Yeah, well, it means that the engage isn't left up totally to Dirigible Tomato this game. Pistols does have the Chain of Corruption, as you said, Varus ultimate going in, but I'd still like to see Leona be the first one engaging, and I think as the game progresses, you'll see Pistols sort of drop off a little bit of the pack, but in the laning phase, expect to see Pistols right up on the front line, right up there with Leona, and the zoning potential that they've got is amazing.
Definitely helps that Corki is a very low-range champion with his Phosphorus Bomb and his Gatling Gun, both having low ranges. He does pick up with it for level 6, but at level 6 he has a whole host of new problems to deal with. So we are now into the skin battle here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have to see which team can take it away already. I'm seeing the Bloodlord Vladimir out of Shadow Sith. This is his second legendary skin, so obviously he is a great supporter of Riot. There is the Foxfire Ari, and we do know that Pool Party Leona is available for the Gravitate guys. For the other side, strength and numbers, looks like they're rocking 3 at the moment. We'll have to see whether Nidalee can win it for them or if it's going to be a draw.
Possible Headhunter Nidalee skin. Expect to see Pool Party Leona from Dirigible Tomato. You don't shell out for a skin that good and then not wear it. So I'm also a proud owner of Bloodlord Vladimir, one of the best skins in game. It is awesome. Nidalee not being able to complete the skin battle, so we've got 3 for team strength in numbers. And over at Gravitate, expect Dirigible Tomato to be pool party Leona, so that would make also 3.
I wonder if we'll have to give bonus points for Bloodlord Vladimir or Red Baron Corky's actually, it's been retired to the Legacy Vault, so you can't get it anymore. So I wonder if that still makes it a tie. Oh no, he's pulled out the Iron Solari Leona, so gone away from the silly skin into more of the serious skin with a it's very cool graphic when he pops the what's the W called, the Eclipse. It's a very cool graphic there.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who can take this one out. We're just waiting for them to load in. Dirigible Tomato, the last person to load in, just taking his time. He's at 40%, and we talk about him a lot in the game that we just saw him versus Moist Hugs. We talked about he's engaged, but we've also talked about the fact how he can control the map with his warding. The amount of sheer gold that he would have just picked up from pinking the right spots and clearing wards was amazing, and that's what makes a good support, because as support, a good support does not take any CS from their AD carry, and to get kills, to get money, you either have to build GP5 or you have to clear wards. If you're a good support, you do both, and that's what Dirigible Tomato's done. So I'm expecting MVP from this guy, but we'll have to wait and see.
A nice source of income is also picking up multiple assists as you set up kills for your team, or even securing a few kills yourself. As we wait for Allzon 1 to load into the game on the Scumbag Nidalee, what are we thinking about the level 1 power of both of these teams?
Level 1 power looks to be going the way again of Team Gravitate. You've got the Shield of Daybreak from Leona. You've also got Bear Stance, Udyr. Over at Team Strength in numbers, they haven't really got much. They've got the Strangling Thorns from Zyra, but other than that, there really isn't much. You may have the Seismic Shard from Malphite, but that's just a slow, and it's not going to be able to do much. So level 1 power definitely in favour of Team Gravitate, so if there's going to be an invade, I'd want to be on their team.
Yeah, so we're and we did see they in the last game they warded both of their buffs and then went into the enemy the enemy blue, forced them away from it, picked that blue up, and then went and forced the flash from the enemy Vi later on, and ended up I think first blooding her later on. So no, that was in mid lane, but they set Vi behind the rest of the game. I'm wondering if their aggressive play will come out again in this game.
It'd be interesting to see Biscuiteer taken up on both of these supports. That really is one of the coolest things that's been implemented into this game in Season 3, is the Biscuiteer perk in the utility tree of your masteries.
Yeah, for sure. It is so helpful. Even on some junglers, I see them take it, and the 80 health it provides you very nice early on. So we'll run through both the teams representing Strength in Numbers, the undefeated champions from last year. We have Halski on the Wildfire Zyra. His partner in crime will be Zul'Zon on the Red Baron Corki. We have the return of a Vi jungler with Zodiac. Allzon won winning the Scumbag of the Day award by loading in very late. Looks like he may indeed trap the bush, and he's going to see the enemy team there. So already the same strategy not working again for the red team. And rounding them out will be the cool and chill Brandon Execute, sitting at his blue buff watching his team run around.
That trap from Nidalee, the bushwhack, lasts so long. The amount of vision that it gives on a player is astounding. It really does last a long time. What is it, 12 seconds or something like that? It is a very long time. So very good at level 1 just to gain that little bit of extra control of the map. So well done there for Allzon 1.
Yeah, the red team went to the same spot that they did last time, and it wasn't quite as successful as they were hoping. So we'll run through the Gravitate team now as the bushwhack goes down on the blue buff. The red team know that Nidalee is around. So quickly, worst Karthus ever on the Foxfire Ari. Dirigible Tomato making a return on the Leona with some new threads. His partner in crime will be Pistols on the Varus. We have Shadow Sith up at the top on the Bloodlord Vladimir. And Why So Serious rounding at their team as Udyr.
Nidalee going for a steal.
Oh!
Whoa, very close there, but no. Why So Serious? Black kept his smite as well, so that's going to be good. He's going to mosey his way on around the jungle through to Wolves and then up to red buff. Vi taking red without so much as a hassle from any of the Gravitate guys. Now, this is going to be an interesting battle we've seen up top here with Shadow Sith and Brandon Execute here with Vladimir versus Malphite. I'm going to be watching that one very, very closely. Who do you think is going to come out on top there?
I would give the advantage to Shadow Sith early on, just being able to spam transfuse. He started with cloth armor, which I find a little bit strange. He did ward the red buff for his team, which I think we saw in the last game. They were very good at controlling their jungle early on. So I'm not sure about the cloth armor. It will negate a lot of damage from Vi, as she is purely physical, I believe. Yes, purely physical damage. Going to be very effective against her. We see Zodiac going to be coming in here. Volt Breaker is charged up. Shadow Sith, he doesn't have the pull and is forced to flash by taking the Tides of Blood at level 2. Very smart gank by Zodiac.
Unfortunately, didn't have that pull, but forced to burn Flash, but he's still alive. And because he's Vladimir, he can hang around. That's just what Vlad does. Self-sustain is so strong in a solo lane. Zodiac wants another piece, and just as he dings, Shadow gets a pull, and it just saves him there. That was very, very lucky. He leveled just as Volt Breaker was launched, and is able to survive and just heal up again with transfuse and potions. The ganks, sorry, not the ganks, the exchanges are on him mid. Olzon gets hit by Charm. Ari forces him into Foxfire, into Orb of Deception. Doesn't quite pick up the kill. Olzon is in a lot of trouble, has not yet got a point in Primal Surge and is out of potions. But Zodiac's in the action. Oh, worst card that's ever overextends, and there's Spear. Chunked out in Italy, takes down Ari. Huge long range, max damage Spear, and first blood going to her. Bridgeable Tomatoes in on the action as well. Lands the Zenith Blade, pulls on danger here. Red Baron Corky's in twice so Serious Black. Pops Phoenix Stand, gets exhausted, and they manage to get away by the skin of their teeth through strength of numbers. Why so Serious Black? Excellent counter down to bottom. Zodiac's in on the action as well. She's done very well, Zodiac, gone from top lane to mid lane to bottom lane. 3 consecutive ganks, is behind on CS now because of that. But there is, the Flash Volt Breaker is huge, and the red buff takes down Pistols. Massive play.
Wow, I thought they got out of that for free. I have to say that exhaust from Halski was perfect. Allowed Ouya to be kited. And then Zodiac, man, he is definitely making his presence felt in this map. Picks himself up a kill, hasn't even gone back yet. Currently rocking the 1,000 gold, despite being behind on CS on the Ouya, even being doubled by Why So Serious. He himself rocking 800 gold, going to be clearing out the wraiths here. Not doing quite as well as he did in the previous game, picking up the first blood for his Kassadin, but he's still going to be able to farm very quickly here. And it's going to come down to Gravitate to stop this Vi in her tracks. If she hits level 6 too quickly before the enemy is able to respond, they're going to be in so much trouble.
The Flash Volt Breaker into excessive force there was huge from Zodiac, and managed to secure the kill. Pistols in a lot of trouble now. He's 0-1, opting for the double Doran's build down there at the bottom lane, and he is just forced to sit back and CS. Not much use at the moment. Piercing Arrow does do a lot of damage, and it doesn't lose any damage as it goes through enemies either. Now Solzon being very, very brave here, doesn't have his support in Zyra, and narrowly misses the Zenith Blade from Dirigible Tomato down in bottom. Risky play.
Yeah, they're being very confident, I feel. They're 1,200 in the lead at the moment, as the CS looking in Nidalee and Malphite's favour, as Zodiac was forcing the enemy away. Interesting, she's actually going to get jump into the charm from Worst Karthus Ever. The Ignite goes down. Worst Karthus Ever does not have his ult and is not able to escape from that situation.
Huge chunkage by Nidalee there. Great play, all's on one. Now Vi is going to counter, going to take the enemy wraiths and give all's on one that pushing power
down at the bottom lane. We see Zolzan going to jump forward onto Pistols, but is going to be stopped by Dirigible Tomato. The auto comes out from Zyra to pick that up, and unfortunately Tomato not able to pick up the return kill. Looks like Ulzon is going to stick around. Dirigible Tomato looking fairly healthy though, and Dirigible Tomato completely
out of position. Oh, he's so far out of position here. Dirigible Tomato, they run past each other into swipe, into pounce. Takedowns on the spear, misses. Dirigible Tomato forced to pop down the Eclipse. Zenith Blades into Ulzon, into the tower range. Panther Nidalee, too good. And that'll be a kill for Ulzon. So well done there, taking down the Dirigible Tomato.
Wow, 3,000 gold now in blue team's favour. The Ulzon picking up his killing spree, I believe. Yes, 3 kills. He got the first blood with a spear He won the level 6 versus level 5 exchange with Ari, and then went to kill Dirigible Tomatoes. So this Nidalee going to be picking up the tier, obviously, and opting for the Sork Shoe. So wants to be roaming around, wants to be getting the penetration on. Worst Karthus ever. He does have his ultimate now. He does have the blue buff, so this lane should be looking a lot better for him. I think he really wants to just shove and roam at this point. Wants to try and get some presence back for his team. As the blue ping gonna go on from the blue team. Worst Karthus ever, and Ulzon in a little bit of an engage here. As the Assault Battery gonna go off, it's going to interrupt the Spirit Rush. As one more ult goes off from Ari, and Ulzon barely doesn't go down. Very well played there by Strength in Numbers.
Well-timed Primal Surge there, and Zodiac again in on the action, doing what a good jungler does, and that is gank the living daylights out of every single lane, and is doing an awesome job, absolutely rocking it here for Strength in Numbers. Now Halski is going to take down yet another pink down in that bottom lane, and that's what you got to do as a support. Corky now forced back, popping his phosphorus bomb here. And Halski again just warding down now, going to wrench that bush control away from Dirigible Tomato, who we know from last game loves his bushes down bottom. You can control them and you can get Dirigible Tomato out of the bush. You're set. You've got your ADC set. Doesn't have to worry about ganks. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Ulzon's in a little bit of trouble, but manages to pounce over the wall. Why so serious? Black not silly enough to jump into the tower, but he eats a spear for his trouble. But Ulzon managing to get away from that one with a very well-timed pounce.
Oh, jeez. Nidalee with level 2 Primal Surge and blue
Bot
buff.
lane, the action's on at bot lane. Sorry to interrupt you there, ColdBlood. Varus is in trouble. Pistols ate an ultimate, as did Dirigible Tomato from Zyra. Stranglethorns went down, but Ulzon has picked himself up another kill, and this could be a Nidalee snowball.
Yeah, the spears are just going to be ridiculous at this point. How much gold is Nidalee rocking? Already has almost has enough for needlessly large rod. Going to be coming back with so much damage. Could even finish off the Archangels and get that charging a lot faster. Down at the bottom lane, the ultimate going to go off from Varus. Will it keep Sulzon out for long enough? The Valkyrie forward. Sulzon going to flash. He is taking tower hits though, and that exhaust was perfect. Pistols getting out with less than 20 HP. Ulzon.
Oh no, Ulzon did not even think of checking the little bush in between the towers on the bottom side, and lets Pistols get away. If I was Pistols, I would be laughing right now. Nidalee still trying to chunk the spears, but needs to be careful because why so serious? Black's on the action into Zenith Blade, just stayed too long, got too cocky, and the kill goes to Leona. But meanwhile, top lane, Shadow Sith is in trouble, and he goes down to Zodiac. There are kills everywhere. It's action aplenty, and Strength in Numbers dominating all corners of the map.
Oh, the root goes down onto Ari, and worst Karthus ever going to be forced back. Just when you think Gravitate are pulling it back, the Strength in Numbers guys get another kill up at top, and Malphite should never be out farming a Vlad. He's doing so well to be beating out Shadow Seth here. That's Brandon Execute. And of course, with Malphite, you don't need items, but it is nice. He'll be going back with 2,600 gold. Very rich there. Zodiac, what is he up to? 1,800. So the money bags of blue team definitely getting lined here, and I'm not sure what red team can do at this point. Their late game is very strong with the percentage damage of Vlad and the amplification of DFG and Vlad's ultimate, which is the Hemo Plague. But at this point, it may be asking too much.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, late game, they are still a chance here, but worst Karthus ever is in a lot of trouble here. Nidalee just lands the auto attack, but gets taken down after a well-timed charm by worst Karthus ever. So well done there. Ulzon just again staying too long. As Nidalee, if you get an advantage, you do not want to throw it away, because that's where Nidalee excels. That's where any champion, in fact, excels. But Nidalee is especially one of those champions.
Yeah, I like how Why So Serious Black just kind of strolls in with his bare stance, goes, oh, okay, I guess I'll push. And he's getting a lot of damage down onto the turret. This is definitely what Red Team want. They want the global gold going. They want to accelerate the mid-game of Vladimir and Varus. They want to get to that strong stage. Halski getting some zoning onto Dirigible Tomato. Like you said, Kit, getting the Leona out of the bush is going to get them so much control in this lane. Zodiac is here. There is a pink ward there. They know that there is no vision available as the cannon minion going to go down. Zodiac is just sitting in the bush at this point, maybe waiting to try and counter gank as the double engage goes on. Stranglethorn's going to knock up Varus, and the assault battery goes on, picks up the kill, and Leona going to get a return kill. Worst card that's ever going to be jumping forward. Husky picks up Dirigible Tomato, and that is 2 for 1 so far. Both of the bottom lanes going down. Worst card that's ever trying to assist, but the mid tower going to fall. First piece of infrastructure going down to Orzlon, and he's a straightaway set his sights for the bottom lane.
Worst Carthus ever forced to defend against the onslaught that is being delivered by Vi and Corky, so now they're just going to have to sit there. Meanwhile, up the top lane, Shadow Sith just getting a nice little farm, trying to crawl back from the deficit that Malphite's put him in. 77 CS to 102. Meanwhile, Worst Carthus ever is eating it down bottom by Zodiac and Solzon, and the combination is too strong. The rockets from Corky, too strong. Zodiac in general, I mean, the whole strength in numbers team showing us why they went undefeated through last respawn.
Oh, as Udyr going to be pigging his way in. As nice Endless Blade by Dirigible Tomato. Arizon going to flash forward, try and pick up pistols, but a nice piercing arrow to the face. Going to pick up that a much needed kill as Halsky going to be jumped on here. Unstoppable Force comes in from Malphite as he teleports in, but a nice solar flare and then exhaust combo. Going to get the Varus out of there as Man Bear Pig killing the plant lady, and the Roots cannot stop the Phoenix Punch as Brendan Execute actually going to pick up the kill. Looks like he had to blow his flash, but he does indeed pick that up.
Westguard 7 now, he's forced to come back down. Malphite's in a lot of trouble here, he's going to get pincered. Why So Serious? Black engages, Bear stance into Phoenix, trying to spam stun. Leona does not have Zenith Blade. Now it comes up, misses at point blank range, giving room for Solzon to come back in on the action. It's a 3v2, now it's a 3v3. Zodiac's in there, lands dancing close, Solzon picks him up, and that's the kill. Now Worst Carthus ever eats an assault battery, and that is all she wrote for Ari. Worst Carthus ever goes down, Zodiac monstering. Now Orzlon has finally gone to top lane, wants a piece of Vlad, and Nidalee is a solid counter to Vladimir. The pool is down, the flash, is it up? No, it's not. Solzon's gonna fall. No, Orzlon actually picks up Shadow Sith. Hemoplague went down. I don't know why he used it at the end of the fight as opposed to the start. But I tell you what, Orzlon is absolutely monstering this map at the moment.
7-3-1. He is dying quite a bit, but he is so mobile. Pistols is going to be sandwiched in here. There's no way he can really go. Valkyrie forward by Solzon. The flash away by Pistols. Is Assault and Battery available? No, it isn't. Not for a while yet. Pistols gonna try and work his way.
Gets Ira in the river as well. Halsky wants in some of this action. The ward goes down. Strangling Roots. There it is. Into Corky's Gatling gun. Stranglethorns are out. The knockup's in. Thorn Spitter has been evolved. And that is it. Solzon will pick up the kill, and Pistol hits the floor, moves his KDR to 2-5-1. Poor old Worst Carthus ever. Our MVP from last game, 1-7-2 ColdBlood.
Oh, we must have given him the caster's kiss of death, talking him up. Oh, it's going to take a Nidalee Spit to the face, lose 60% of his health instantly. The engage goes onto Orzlon, but Primal Surge going to keep him up high enough. Worst card this ever is in. Orzlon going to be finished off by the Eclipse from Dirigible Tomato. They do not want Kaki getting this blue. Actually goes to Halsky. I'm not sure why Solzon decided to flash there. Maybe to try and secure the kill for himself. Husky picking up a double kill along with his blue. 4-2-4 on the Zyra support. Could go for the Aegis or even try and get Morello Nomicon or something like that. As Shadow Sith going to continue the push. He is the only decent CS on his team. Poor Worst card this ever has been aimed so hard. And now up at the top lane, Shadow Sith is in a 1v2. Going to try and pull out of there. Forced to blow his flash. He will escape, but this leaves the top vulnerable. It is the last outer tower remaining for the red team.
Why So Serious? Black is in on the action. He's going to sit there and defend as well. Shadow Sith forced to pop both flash and pull in the one combination. That's not good if you're a Vlad player now. He's just going to try and heal it up. He's max transfuse. He's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to defend this tower. The Gatling gun from Corky is just shredding Why So Serious Black's armor, and he went from full health to almost none in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, Zodiac has tracked down Pistols, must have already used Vault Breaker. Here it comes, bang, excessive force, is it going to land? Yes, getting close, Brock, they're chasing him, they want this kill. Where's the spear? There it is. Orzlon takes him down, and Orzlon takes his KDR to 8-4, and it's just all happening at Red Buff.
as the red team are going to be sandwiched in here by blue. Double kill goes off on Nidalee. Is the Hemo play going to finish her off?
Oh, huge spear.
Oh, on the Udyr. Quadra kill by the Nidalee. We are going to have to jump back and have another look at that kid. So
check out the spear. Check it out, Nidalee. The original tomato is forced out. So is Bison Black. There's the triple kill. Just the spear. Oh my goodness. Quadra kill. All's on. Very, very well done there. That's an ace. And that leaves Gravitate a lot of ground to come back from.
Oh, well done by the blue team. I wonder if the GGs are being called. I heard something in the chat. Maybe it's just GG is called by Varus. I think Gravitate know that they not looking the best at the moment. Only 18 minutes into the game. They are 11,200 gold behind with, I might actually try and jump up to live with you here, Kit, as the engage by Ulzon, going to pick up the Ari here, and Pistol's just trying to get the push on, but I think the red team may be surrendering in a minute and a half here, Kit.
Yes, it's not even 20 minutes in yet. Dirigible Tomato, good Zenith blading again, living up to his expectations, just getting outclassed here by strength in numbers, telling us why that they were undefeated throughout last Respawn. It could even happen again this one.
Yeah, so the pink ward going to go down by Dirigible Tomato, try and get some map vision back for them. Let's have a look at the vision for red team. Looking fairly decent with the spread out they have. Ulzon gonna be tanking the tower a little bit. He's going mano on the Udyr here. Gonna jump into the tower. Why so serious? Is he gonna be able to man-bear pick it out of here? He does indeed. Sulzon not able to assist there. And Why So Serious barely going to get out. Brandon Execute going to be Zenith bladed here, but he just pops his shard and sprints out of there. No, he's waiting in the bush. He wants to take this on. Sulzon is there with them. They know he's there, though there is pink wards in the bushes, revealing him. The pull is available. Phosphorus Bomb will be dodged, and a nice solar flare going off. Unstoppable Force goes on the Shadow Sith, and the Valkyrie forward is going to be picked up by the Malphite. Worst card that's ever trying to manipulate his way through the fight. Is he going to be able to get enough damage onto Sulzon? The Orbital Deception not going to get that there, as Sulzon just sprinting around.
The auto attack too strong.
Hurry, gonna finish it off with an auto attack. Brandon Execute gonna try and get his way out of there. Goes forward by Why So Serious. He completely avoids the Strangle Thorns as Brandon Execute. Is he gonna get out? Yes, he does. Another nice exhaust from Husky, and we may be seeing the surrender here, Kit. I don't know. Ulzon going to be headed up here as, looks like the Rise of the Thorns passive from Zyra going to get a revenge kill. The Varus ultimate goes off on Malphite, but behind him, Ari going to be hit by a spear. Ulzon, you don't normally see Nidalee's jumping in like this, but his damage is just insane. Chasing down Pistols. Double kill going to be picked up by the Leap. Brandon Execute just kind of running around out of mana. Why So Serious going to pick up his killing spree with the burn damage of the Phoenix stance. Shadow Sith going to teleport in. Why So Serious? He gets the bear proc. Double kill on the man-bear pig the entire time. Zodiac at the bottom lane pushing. That was insane, Kid.
Awesome play up the top there. Shadow Sith TP'd in and just provided that little bit of extra danger for Brandon Execute there, but not good enough. And the tower falls now. I don't think we'll be seeing a surrender, but here's Dirigible Tomato landing those solar flares onto Zodiac, into Zenith Blade and Shield. And Zodiac did not care at all. Shadow Sith forced to pull away here, dodges a big one from Corky, but is taken down shortly after that. Sulzon picking himself up a kill, taking his KDR to 4-2 and 9 Cold Blood.
Oh, Udyr barely gets out of there before he takes some collateral damage. That was a very nice route from Halski. He's doing a fantastic job in this game, catching the Vladimir, who's just coming up from his pool. So now the push is on by the red team. Gravitate wants to get this tower down here. The minion wave in the mid is monstrous at the moment. Ulzon going to be passing over a ward as he heads to bot to try and deal with what's happening. Brandon Execute just kind of wandering around aimlessly as the red buff.
Check out Ulzon coming from behind in this bottom lane.
Oh, he is going to jump in, do a lot of damage to Pistols as Why So Serious? Black Man-Bearing picking his way. He's 1v3, almost picks up a kill on the Corky as Ulzon...
Hang on, Ulzon's taken down one. Sorry to interrupt you, Cole, but he's got down one. He throws the spear, misses it onto Pistols. He can change back around. Zodiac's in there. There's a double kill. Can he pick up the triple? Dirigible Tomato is in the firing line. Ulzon jumping around. Takedown, pounce. Triple double kill, and All's carving up the Team Gravitate down in the bottom lane. He came from behind there from their blue after going for a wander. And manages to pick himself up a triple kill, and now Vi's going to be taking Dragon. The map is just completely controlled by the strength and numbers squad. Now, All's on a little trouble here. Shadows hit the flash from behind is really good. Procs to Seraph's Embrace. And the shield too strong, and Shadow Sith fell as quickly as he came. And it's all over. I would say there's the surrender vote. GG, ladies and gentlemen. What a match, Cold.
As the double next explosion going to go out there. Really well played by strength and numbers there. You have to hand it to Gravitate. They held on as long as they possibly could there. As, oh, sorry, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Lower thirds, it was Kitfox and ColdBlood bringing this to. Very well played by strength and numbers there. We'll have to see if they can go undefeated once again here, Kit. Who are you thinking for MVP?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to need your help here. I'm a toss-up between Zodiac and All's On. All's On just for his sheer domination of mid, but Zodiac set up so many ganks. One of the best jungling performances I've seen for a while. Just his maneuverability from lane to lane was astounding.
I think a valid candidate would actually be Halski on the Zyra. I think he did a great job of constantly exhausting at the right time, landing a lot of roots, a lot of nice Stranglethorns. But I think a lot of what set the game rolling in strength and numbers favor was Zodiac's presence. Every lane felt his pressure. So I think we may have to hand it to him.
Done. Zodiac will take out most valuable player for this second match here at Respawn. GG to strength in numbers, still undefeated as they continue to roll through Respawn. Gravitate going down. My name is Kitfox. I've been joined by ColdBlood. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be bringing you more action here on GameStar, Twitch TV, GTV2. If you want, there's also Dota on Twitch TV Channel 1. All from Respawn. Sorry, Twitch TV 3. He's changed it on me. A lot of action here at Respawn. Stay tuned.
Okay, so head on to GTV3, ladies and gentlemen, catch some Dota 2 action. We'll update you on Facebook when some more LOL is available. This is ColdBlood and Kitfox signing out.